part 3 of my Sleeping Beauty review. In part 3, in part 1, we already talked about the first part of the movie. The first half. In part 2, we talked about the second half. And now for part 3, we're talking about the technical aspects in the history of the film. Like I said before, it was based on the ballet by Pytor Illych Tchaikovsky, and it was based off the original fairy tale by Charles Perrualt and the Brothers Grimm. Now keep in mind, there have been many different interpretations worldwide, including Sweden, Denmark, and South Korea. Yes, there's even been a Latino twist of it in the HBO show Happily Ever After, Fairy Tales for Every Child. The film actually started production in 1951, the same year Alice in Wonderland hit theaters nationwide. In Walt Disney's television show, Disneyland, Walt Disney actually told us that the film was in the production for 6 years, from 1951 up till 1957. So that's 6 years and $6 million to make Sleeping Beauty, La Belle Bois d'Amont, La Bella Durmiente. And that episode of Disneyland was actually the episode, the Pytor Tchaikovsky story, which was in international theatrical releases, while the 1958 short Grand Canyon was in the domestic releases. In fact, they're actually both on this particular DVD set, the 50th Anniversary Platinum Edition, which I highly recommend, because it's got an amazing audio commentary by John Lasseter, Andreas Deja, and film critic Leonard Maltin. One of the greatest film critics in existence, aside from the nostalgia critic and Gene Siskel and Roger Ebert, from Siskel and Ebert at the Movies. Because Deja, Maltin, and Lasseter talked about the technical details on how the film came to be. And they also talked about the amazing voice work. In the Japanese dubbed version of Sleeping Beauty, Merryweather is dubbed over by Masako Nozawa, who also voices Son Goku, his two sons Gohan and Goten, Son Goku's biological father Bardock, and Son Goku's evil doppelganger Turles from the third Dragon Ball Z movie, which is the Tree of Might. And this Walt Disney's Sleeping Beauty was actually the first Disney film to be photographed in Technorama 70, which is basically a 70mm film print. The same way Ben-Hur was filmed on that film stock, because Ben-Hur came out around that same time period. Since Sleeping Beauty was released in, I believe, around late January or early February, and Ben-Hur came out the following November. So yeah, Sleeping Beauty was actually in competition with MGM's Ben-Hur and 20th Century Fox's The Diary of Anne Frank, which was filmed in black and white, while the former two films were filmed in color. Like I said before, Sleeping Beauty was filmed in Technorama 70, while Ben-Hur was filmed using MGM Camera 65. which is pretty much bigger than the standard CinemaScope lenses. And Walt Disney was truly a perfectionist. He wanted everything to be done just right. Because Sequence 8 was like one of the longest sequences the studio had ever done up to that point. Because I'm quite familiar with the technology of the day. So how do I... Oh wait, I forgot one thing. The film was a moderate hit when it was first released, but it just couldn't compete against Ben-Hur, which was the big moneymaker at the time. Okay, how do I rate Sleeping Beauty? The animation is just breathtaking. The voice acting is top-notch, no matter what language it's in. And the character designs are really balanced. Mostly the three fairies and Maleficent. I give the film a perfect score, a 10 out of 10. 5 stars out of 5. 2 thumbs up. Okay, that should be it for the video for today, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, comment. And as always, amigos, au revoir und auf Wiedersehen.